Okay, so I wanted to build off of the empathy question. Uh, so, for those of you who are parents of young children or who are adults, and you're wondering, how you may have gotten to a place where you can't feel empathy or compassion, for another person, or why you might just use people, or after a while you're not interested, and it's just easy for you to walk away from relationships. Okay, so if you're a parent and you have young children, the best way to develop empathy within your children is to let them have their feelings and for you to have your feelings in a healthy way. So oftentimes when parents take their kids to therapy, they'll say, I need you to fix my kid. And what's really hard for most parents, and I have 4 kids, is to take responsibility for how we may have played a role in our child's emotional regulation or lack thereof. So being able to allow your child to have their feelings, one, is really good. And having your own feelings and being able to talk about them is really important. And I'm going to explain why. Because every relationship has ruptures. We have to have ruptures. People think, oh no, we shouldn't fight. We should always get along. It's like, no, we have to have ruptures because it's through the ruptures that we have an opportunity for repair. If that has not happened, if there's a parent that's like, it's my way or no way, or happy wife, happy life, and every day is horrible in that house because mom's not happy, then that child is going to grow up with a lot of issues around self-worth, around empathy. It's just going to be really hard because now the kid is flooded with mom's or dad's feelings or emotions or whatever, and there's no opportunity for repair. The kid, if they have rupture and no one comes to repair that, for example, no one comes and says, hey, Mikey, that was really hard, and I apologize. I'm really sorry. I'm wondering if we can talk about that. And how did you feel? And what is it that you need from me or that I need to do to make it right? Right? An apology, remember, has 3 things. It has the behavior, right, that was engaged in, the effect of that behavior on that person, the negative effect of that behavior on that person, and how that might have robbed them of something. And then the third thing is, what can I do to make this right? How can I set this right with you? I put some thought in it. I'm thinking about this. What are your thoughts? So that rupture repair relationship, that having, your own emotion and feeling and talking through things without the judgment, without the irritation, is really important. So if you have younger kids and you're trying to develop empathy, that is how you would go about doing it, and doing that consistently over the course of their childhood and adolescence. Now, if you are an adult and you're wondering, well, why can't I develop empathy, or why can't I feel, or why do I just use people? I want you to look at your childhood and see if one or both of your parents stole all the oxygen on emotion, right? If it was everyone kowtowed to them, no one could feel anything or disagree with them, because if they did, they would incur the wrath of God, or the silent treatment, right? Or if the other parent never stood up for the kid and said, hey, that's not right, you need to stop that, or you need to apologize, right? If there were no apologies in that family, probably a good chance that your kid is not going to have empathy. Probably a really good chance that your kid is not going to be able to handle, romantic relationships, right? It's probably going to not be a healthy experience for your child as they get older to be in intimate relationships, because they don't have a sense of how they show up in the world for their partner. Okay, so those are things, that I want you to think about. So if one or both of your parents were like that, that is a great piece of awareness, and that's a place that you can start in therapy, if you're going to therapy, so you can start to create some space for you internally to have your own feelings and to experience them and process them. So I hope this was helpful, and it's going to be tough, but living life the way you're probably living it is tough anyway. So as I say, choose your tough, choose your heart. Bye.